Illustration degree portfolios can be really daunting, and I should know. Back when I was first applying to unis, I really struggled to understand how to create a successful portfolio, especially since it was my first ever time making one and I had no clue what I was doing. But it was watching videos like this that really helped me, and I ended up getting accepted, and now I'm a third-year illustration student. So I thought I'd make my own video to help anyone who's struggling the same way I did. Basically, I'm going to talk about the key things you need to include in a portfolio and how to include them, because that's the part I really struggled with the most. Like, how do I show this? How do I show that? Unfortunately, I don't have the full portfolio to show, but I do have some of it that I'll show throughout this video, and I'll be redrawing pieces from it to give you a clearer idea of what the portfolio contained. Hopefully you find it useful and it'll help you create an amazing portfolio. Making a portfolio is going to take way longer than you think, especially if you're making it all from scratch. If you procrastinate, you will very quickly run out of time and you'll end up drawing 24/7 just to try and meet the deadline. My advice is to start as early as possible and take regular breaks when making your portfolio. Each university will have their own criteria for portfolios and how to submit them. They usually have just like a guide or a video on their website, and it's really important to check this, especially if you're applying for multiple unis, because some guidelines are different than others. So for example, one uni I applied for wanted 20 illustrations and one wanted 10, so that was quite difficult to manage. One wanted the portfolio as a PowerPoint and the other one wanted it as an online blog. It all depends on the uni. Generally, I would say 15 is a good amount of illustrations for a portfolio because it shows a wide range of skill sets without being too cluttered. So I would aim for this and just adjust based on the uni's guidelines. A lot of unis will also ask for figure drawings, observational drawings, and experiments, which I'm going to talk about next. Basically, when you're doing your degree, you'll be expected to experiment, try different styles, and use materials you may not have used before. This is basically to prepare you for a job in the illustration industry, so you'll be able to have a wider range of skill sets, and it will help you figure out like what things you'd like to do for a job and which things you'd rather avoid. Universities want to see that you can create a variety of different things, or at the very least that you're willing to try. So they don't want to see like a million drawings of the same subject with the same materials and the same composition. They want to see like marker pens, they want to see watercolors, they want to see oil pastels, they want to see anything that shows you can experiment. And instead of say only making character designs or only making postcards, try making a mixture of things. Like my portfolio had comics, it had greetings cards, it had character designs, a children's book cover, so add whatever you want as long as it's varied. Universities also want to see figure drawing in your portfolio because it shows you have a good grasp of anatomy and sketching techniques. You don't have to absolutely fill your portfolio with figure drawings. I only did 1 page of them, and if you can't use a real person, then a wooden drawing mannequin is also fine. I actually used a mannequin because I didn't have time to go to figure drawing class. If you do more than 1 figure drawing, make sure to include different poses and composition to improve variety. So this is another thing that universities want to see in your portfolio, and they might directly ask you to include them. I made 3 observational pieces, each one using a different object and material for variety, and I also added some mark making techniques because universities might also look for this in your portfolio, and you'll probably do some as part of your course, so I would include mark making as well. Okay, so this is the part I found the hardest to understand. Basically, your portfolio needs to show progression and advancement in your skills, and how you got from your initial ideas to your final pieces. So for each idea, I would include notes and drafts of your initial idea. Then, as you're making your final, take photos of it through each stage. So this could be taking a photo of the sketch, and then of the line art, and then of the final piece. Other ways I showed progression in my portfolio was by including an old children's book illustration that I did for my EPQ. Then I redrew it to show how my skills have improved. I also redesigned a character from that children's book to show how I've improved in character design. And for my last portfolio piece, I created an entirely new children's book cover to show how I've progressed from my old children's book to my new children's book. That's another thing I'd suggest, making your last piece a progression of your first piece so that your portfolio sort of tells a story of your improvement. It's really weird and confusing, I know, but I'm explaining this the best I can, trust me. This is another thing that some universities asked me to include, so they asked me to include artists that inspired my works, or photos of works from art galleries or museums I've visited that I can use as inspiration. Again, because you'll be doing a lot of this on your course, and they want to see the progression of how the artists inspired your final idea. This part also does not need to be very long. It can just be one page in your portfolio about pieces you found in an art gallery and why they inspired you. For the artist research part, I would include a few photos of their artwork and a small paragraph about who they are and how they inspired each piece. I think I wrote about 3 different artists for 3 different pictures, so it's not a huge part of the portfolio, but definitely include it. Include some sketchbook photos at the end of your portfolio so that universities can get a good insight into your non-portfolio work. Don't include loads, just a few of your best ones. Put them alongside your normal portfolio pieces. Bringing a sketchbook to an interview was also a good idea. I brought mine in. I also brought some craft items I'd made because they said in their guidelines I could bring them to demonstrate my skills if I wanted to. So I brought in some needle fill animals and I brought some sewing, some cross stitch and some wire work. So if you have anything similar and you're allowed to show them off, absolutely go for it. Alright, I think that's everything. Hope this video helps you and good luck with your portfolios.